Quant stands at the top of the financial crypto sector utilizing ISO. So we need to discuss all of that in today's video. Hey guys, Foxy's Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and we are back talking about Quant. In my last video, you guys showed a bunch of love and a bunch of support saying that you want more videos about QNT, so I am bringing that to you. And today it's all about ISO, understanding what it is, how Quant is integrated within ISO, and how it is going to be important for the future, because it really is. So I want to break it down step by step for all of you so you understand perfectly what it is. So we have ISO 20022. We have a list of 9 compliant coins and tokens, obviously Quant being one of them. So what I have done is made this little diagram, and we're going to break it down step by step. First, just a very quick refresher on what Quant is, and then we're going to move on to ISO and all of that good stuff, just following the Venn diagram right over here. So Quant Network, as we know, it's an infrastructure. It's not trying to replace blockchains like Solana, like Ethereum, like XRP, right? It's connecting them. My simple analogy for everybody is you want to think of blockchains as different countries. Each speak their own language, and what Quant is doing is becoming the universal translator for all of the countries to connect together, right? So we know Quant's technology is called Overledger. It lets banks, governments, enterprises, developers, so on and so on, use multiple blockchains at the same time and connect within each other, okay? Very simple breakdown of what Quant is. Now let's get to the meat of the video, which is ISO, which is what we are learning about. So what is ISO 20022? I'm just going to be calling it ISO for ease of use. ISO is not a crypto. ISO is a global financial messaging standard. In very simple terms, it's the new language that banks are using to send money in data. ISO is replacing the old, outdated bank messaging format, and it carries much more richer data, and it is being adopted by central banks, by SWIFT, by payment networks, by governments. And I want to say in the next few years, ISO is going to become literally the gold standard. So why is it a big deal? The old system, let's just say, says send $100 to Chase Bank, let's use, right? ISO goes, okay, but to who, why, what compliance data is there, what regulations is there, what's the routing path to it, right? So there is a lot more variations and a lot more data encryption within these messages, and this is required for CBDCs, for tokenized assets, for cross-border payments, right? For regulatory compliance. So it is very important for the future, and everybody is adopting it, okay? Now, where does Quant fit into ISO? So here is the connection. ISO standardized messages. Quant connects systems that use those messages, okay? So Quant is the bridge that is between legacy finance and blockchains, okay? It's going to support enterprise-grade compliance, and it's going to allow institutions to use multiple blockchains. It's going to stay regulation ready, and it's future-proofing their infrastructure because they don't want to stay in the past. They want to progressively go to the future, right? So that is what Quant is going to do, okay? Now, Quant is mentioned everywhere, okay? And it is a very big token, but people don't understand ISO too much, and they sometimes forget that Quant is even a part of ISO. So just imagine that all of these people know Quant. They know Quant is a strong project, but now they're being given an additional layer to what it strengthens the project. So it's going to propel it even further to the upside. Now, why do institutions like Quant? Okay, very important. Banks, they don't want any hype coins, right? They don't want meme coins. They don't want risky experimental tech. They want the stability. They want the compliance. They want the long-term support, okay? Quant doesn't compete with the banks. It helps the banks upgrade, and it works with the existing systems. And if they want upgrades, they're going to come to Quant, and together they are going to mesh as one. And that, I would say, is rare in crypto, and that is why Quant is such a strong project. Now, the last part of our Venn diagram and the last piece of the puzzle. Why QNT has value, the token utility, okay? QNT, it's not just a narrative token. It is used for licensing Overledger, accessing the network, paying for entrepreneurs' usage, securing the ecosystem, okay? It's very important for a fixed supply, for no constant inflation, and a demand-driven usage. So why people are seeing Quant now as a quiet giant? Because it doesn't have hype in a bad way, the way some of these other projects do, and the way you see some of these meme coins having the hype behind them, right? It builds what it needs to build. It does what it needs to do, and it does everything solidly. So the people that know and understand this know that banks are going to be utilizing it regardless of hype or no hype. It's just a strong project, and ISO now is bringing everything together to make it even stronger. So that was the explanation of Quant, of ISO, how it all fits in together. I hope you guys understood everything perfectly. If you do have any questions, concerns at all, let me know in the comments. I will be answering anything that you have questions for. Now let's look at the charts, CoinMarketCap, and talk about what has happened in the last week. So we are down in price, slightly up in market cap, and a little bit down in volume, 83% bullish, and on all the big exchanges. Awesome. Now, when we pull up the chart, what do we see? Well, last week I drew out this imbalance in price, right? This is what we call a fair value gap. This is a weekly fair value gap. You can see how many times, right, price has tested it, not closed below, and not gave us the push up. So we know this is a strong area. Now, this means that this is also a strong buying opportunity, right? You have, once again, another chance at around $80 to buy up. And that's what I was saying last week. I was saying anywhere in this area is your buying box to purchase Quant, okay? And you can see that we tapped into it and it gave us a strong reaction to the upside, right? Maybe not the strongest reaction that we would hope for. Maybe some of you guys wanted something like this, but it shows a reaction. It shows that there is buying pressure in this area. So what else can we see, right? On the daily, we are still bearish, right? On the 4 hourly, you can see it even more clear. We have our equal highs. Then we have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Bearish trend all the way to the lows down over here. Very easy to spot. Okay. Now what has happened with this weekly fair value gap? We might be starting to form a bullish trend, right? Is it 100% bullish right now? No. There's nothing that is stopping us here from going to the downside, right? So it's not like we inverted a zone or we formed something to say, oh, we are pushing high up, right? No. We can most definitely go back into this zone. What I will say is we formed our low, right? And we have our high, and we have formed a higher high from that area. So now we want to start seeing lower or higher lows and higher highs being formed, right? So higher low, higher low, higher low, followed by a higher high and a higher high. So we can get that bullish trend to the upside. This is ideally what price is going to be shifting into. But we're going to have to be adapting to the market. I'm just letting you guys know that we are not fully bullish just yet, but we are holding this zone as of right now. So that is looking very, very good. And yes, we have broke it in the past, right? So if Some of you guys want to say, okay, this weekly fair value gap is invalidated. Okay, we can flip it around, right? We can get rid of that. And what is our other zone that is holding in this area? Well, it's in a similar area, right? We have our daily fair value gap right over here. So let's mark this out, right? You can see that price held, didn't want to close below, and now we are getting a push to the upside. Ideally for this, we close above and we target this high to form a higher high and give us a push to the upside. That is what we are going to be aiming for. Now, if we have a look at the RSI, maybe this will give us a little bit more information. So very interesting. RSI, we are heavily oversold. You can see it at the bottom of the screen right over there. Heavily oversold because we got this massive push to the downside in the last couple of days. So that means that this is even stronger buying zone because it shows that there is upside potential here, and that would result in upside potential on the RSI. So I would say, once again, another fantastic buying opportunity, and you want to be buying up now before we get to the highs, right? I was talking about the hype. The hype will come for a project whether you like it or you don't. When altcoin season comes and price starts to go like this, and we are getting green weeks, we're getting 40, 50, 60, whatever percent weeks, and these highs are going to start getting targeted, people are going to be saying, I wish I bought sooner. And I'm going to be telling you guys this until altcoin season comes, until our selling times come, that this is your buying opportunity. These are your discounted prices that people are always asking for. So if you want to get in, if you like Quant, if you like the project, this is your time. So if you guys enjoyed this video on Quant, make sure to leave a like, comment any questions or concerns, or Quant to the moon. Hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. Make sure you guys do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll see everybody in the next video.